All right, this is our second sphere we're going to do, and this time we're going to do it with complementary colors because um, to kind of negate any preconceptions about how to shade something in, you don't always have to use black to make something darker and to shade it in. You can actually just do it with your regular colors right on the color wheel, especially complementary colors. So this time I'm going to do an orange sphere, and I'm going to use its complementary color blue to shade it in. And I'll use white for the highlight as well. So we're going to kind of work back and forth between the orange and the blue. Now I usually say like always start with darker colors first, but because our construction paper has a little bit more of a tooth to it, I can work a little bit back and forth between my colors a little bit more. So this time I'm actually going to come in with some orange and kind of shade in my sphere just like I would with a pencil, going from darker to lighter, like going from the core of the shadow towards the highlight. I'll get a little lighter when I get towards the highlight, a little bit more orange where it's like the core of the shadow. And just to kind of get familiar with the oil pastels, why don't I just do the highlight now? Because I think that'll feel good. Okay, so I'll take my whites clean, so I keep a paper towel around, and I'll come in and I'll do the highlight and have it start to blend into the orange. It's so cool. I love when that happens. Okay, and again, the construction paper has that tooth to it so it can absorb a lot more oil pastel, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then I'll come in and I'll start to get that core of the shadow with the blue. Okay, because it's a really darker part of the sphere. So I can blend this right in. Artists love using complementary colors like this to darken things because black is so powerful, it tends to just black things out and block other colors out. So it's much more preferred to use complementary colors instead of just black. Plus you get these interesting kind of richer colors. Like I said, black just kind of blocks everything out. Okay, so see how the shadow is basically blending in. And then I'm going to clean off my oil pastel. And I'll start to blend in the orange into that highlight area. And I'll work back and forth. There we go. And before it totally becomes orange and I can't see that highlight, the highlight's looking a little awkward. We want that highlight to kind of blend into the sphere. It's a little tricky, but kind of have to work back and forth and just start getting used to the oil pastels. They're really, really lovely. There we go. They're actually more forgiving than we'd think they would be. And that's pretty much it now. Let's do the shadow, the cast shadow. So I think this time, yeah, I'll just start with orange again. I'll go a lot harder on the blue this time. I want more of it in there. That cast shadow is nice and dark. So get in there. Then I'll blend some orange in again, working back and forth. Okay, and then I'm missing that little bit of the reflected light, so if I could come in and maybe save it right there, get a little bit of that reflected light in, that would be great. There we go. Now, my oil pastels are in some desperate need of some cleaning, but that's pretty much it. If it's a little messy, that's okay. We're still learning how to use these. But that's pretty much your next sphere. We have one more to go, so good luck with this one.